I was passing out of that.
Okay. So you last point, so you get some no-hitter touches.
That's you. There you go.
Stop.
You see how big my bar is compared to yours?
Yeah. I guess the light bar
Lamarcus
too.
Lamarcus Aldridge has a big window.
Okay.
98 has a big window. I don't like the D Wade one. That one had a small window too.
All right. So let me try the Lamarcus Aldridge.
Try Aldridge or D Wade. Aldridge sometimes helps people out who can't shoot as fast as what 98 is.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm gonna use Aldridge.
They took away Aldridge's flip kicks or whatever he did last year. He doesn't do it this year, so they put his base back to normal. Uh, 11's still trash. 11 still has the hop.
So what should I put with the Lamarcus Aldridge?
Just use straight up Lamarcus Aldridge. Just try it just as the base itself
Okay.
and see if you like it. And then you could find a different jumper for it. All you're doing is judging the base.
You
The
just
base
use
has
that.
nothing to do
Yeah,
with
you're
it.
gonna have to go out to show to change it.
No, I don't. The base is 70% of the jump shot. Mm.
Try both. Try 98 and try Lamarcus. Try Lamarcus first. You don't like it? Go to 98.
All right. Oh, I gotta come on. Just try 98 by itself. All right, I got you.
Yeah, because you were too wide open. And with Gold Dimer, you should have greened them. Or at least made the jumpers.
Yeah. All right, I'm the only one in here.
All right, we got to back out. Did you go in there and shoot around?
Yeah.
How's it shooting?
It's better.
Are you
I
hitting?
yeah. I'm using the 98.
You want to be at least 70%.
All right.
When you go to my court, it keeps track so you know what you're doing.
And these companies not necessarily knowing, the retailers knowing what their volume is really going to be, what's actually going to ship to them, and what they can insure to their customers. So the email that came out from Amazon was this. Let me just bring it up. We're contacting you about your order of a PlayStation 5 to let you know in advance that you may not receive this item on the day it is released due to high demand.
What?
Every effort to get the item to you as soon as possible once released. You can track your shipment, blah, blah, blah. Apologies, see you soon. Sincerely, Amazon Customer Service. Now, as you know, Will, a big part of buying one of these things at launch is getting it at launch. A big part of it is being part of the whole hype, and when you get your pre-order in, and it says it's going to ship on launch day, that's kind of a big deal to you. So to receive an email after that says, oh yeah, you're probably not going to get it on launch is a bit, well, that's not what you're looking for. And it looks bad on Amazon. However, it appears it's not necessarily Amazon's fault, seeing as though Sony doesn't really know what they're going to be able to deliver to the retailer in the first place. However, if you look at the tweet from the last story, Sony seems to imply they're going to figure it out, or that things will promise. They say, we apologize, we're going to get more systems before the end of the year. So Amazon may still be able to meet that criteria. They're just hedging in order so that customers at least have the idea in their mind that it's a possibility that they don't get it. Walmart also had to cancel some orders after realizing the supply they had wasn't as great as the demand. So what does this all mean?
Well, they're gonna have to do another pre-order day.
Is the demand that much higher, or were people unprepared? Which one is it?
Boy, Sony fucked that up.
Than expected. As much as we knew gaming was having a resurgence, it appears to me, I mean, these are the biggest retail players in the world, and Sony's a big company. You know, you would presume that if the volume was whatever they had hoped to sell in the first year, I think they sold, or in the first couple of weeks, it was like 2 million of the previous model PS4, and they knew they were going to do more than that. So are we talking about, how many pre-orders are we talking about?
Right.
And what is the actual interest?
Right.
It appears to me to be very high, and now of course I'm contributing to the interest and the demand, because I'm saying, oh, you can't get it, it might be hard to get one. Now people are trying even harder. You see what's going on here?
Yeah.
And I think it's part of it just seems to be part of the thing with new console launches, that they have to in some way be scarce. And once they're scarce, people want them that much more. Like, as soon as people started telling me, oh, you missed the pre-order, you're dead, I was like, oh god, I need one.
There's a sense of urgency there.
Bizarre psychology with it, but I'm not suggesting that this is manufactured or fabricated. I think it is truly hard to map the demand without knowing. You're just, okay, let's put the pre-orders like, oh god. It's possible to be surprised, and that might be what took place here.
Every Georgian should be able to afford.
No, it was a delay.
Ossoff will fight to make public colleges and HBCUs 100% debt-free. John Ossoff percent. Early voting starts October 12th. For information, text
And it had me
vote
turned
to
around.
51015.
But it didn't happen in a Dribble animation.
And further along this line, we have Apple attempting to progress their
Wrong pass.
world dominance by encouraging Indian customers to purchase Apple products, which, believe it or not, they haven't done very successfully up until this point. 99% of the smartphone market in India is Android. 99%. That's a huge percentage.
Yeah.
I mention from time to time here on the show my travels to India, and I've met fans in India, fans of the show. Shout out to India. I never saw no one came up to me and told me that they were using an iPhone. Of anyone. Now, this was a little while ago, but not a single one. I saw tons of Xiaomi. I saw Oppo. I saw, OnePlus. I saw
Vivo as well.
Vivo.
Like you mentioned it before, like there's so many Android brands and so many manufacturers.
And they got there
Might be
early,
the badges
and they
there.
invested in the market early, and Apple's just been a bit slower in India, to be honest. And obviously the price point hasn't helped. In fact, in many cases, we've got a bigger price tag in India once converted than we do here or in the U.S. And of course, that's tough in that market, right? The actual real cost in that market relative to wages and things like this. The Apple stuff is just out of reach for a lot of people. It's a real luxury item for a lot of people. Anyway, Apple's looking to change that. You know, they're doing more assembly
get
there,
away. Let me
which
get
is
away.
helping to
Shit.
avoid some of those taxes, fees, tariffs, whatever you want to call it, and bring that price down a little bit. Of course, they're also just launching products at a lower price point, like that recent iPhone SE, which is an aggressive.
What was it last year that everybody was begging to take out?
September 23rd, they're going to be launching their online store, which it's kind of hard to imagine. They did not have an actual presence, their own presence in India. It was up until this point, it had to be a reseller. Isn't that wild? You were not buying directly from Apple, and that means you weren't able to get the Apple Care Plus extended warranties, and it also means you couldn't take advantage of Apple's financing product, which for a luxury item or an expensive device could be really meaningful to a customer base that wants to pay off over time. If they do, I don't know.
Yeah.
The company, which currently relies on third-party online and offline retailers to sell its products in India, said its online store will offer Apple Care Plus, which extends the warranty on its hardware products for up to 2 years. And it will also give you a discount on the purchase of a new iPhone by returning the previous model. They have that program as well. And people in India can now buy Mac computers with custom configurations. You couldn't do that.
That's a dump.
Obviously before, if you're going through third-party retailers. And obviously all the Apple accessories and things that may have not been offered through third-party sellers, they're going to pop up on the site as well now that you can buy directly. Once again, here we go. 99% of the market is commanded by Android smartphones, and the iPhone maker has become visibly more aggressive in India in recent years.
I thought he was gonna stay on me.
I mean, yeah, you have to be. I've talked about this before. That's the new marketplace. That's the fastest growing, currently second biggest smartphone market, but fastest growing. I mean, that's whether we're talking population or smartphones. It's a huge market, and if you don't get in there at some point and become aggressive there at some point, there's a chance everybody just gets cool with Android, and they're like, this is my platform, and the longer you
Oh, I thought you were gonna keep going. My bad.
Apple has done a great job of being this established, or this luxury, this sort of target brand. It's still tough. It's going to be tough to get people to switch platforms and like fully embrace the ecosystem. It's the opposite of what happened in North America, where they were the first major smartphone player, and everybody came up on that platform, and then some people switched to Android because of aggressive pricing and other factors. The starting price of an iPhone 11 Pro Max at the moment is almost $1,500 in India, compared to $1,099 in the US. AirPods Pro $249 in the US, currently $341 equivalent in India. They're even more luxury in India because just the conversion price currently lifts that price even further.
Well, there's your problem.
It's a problem, but bringing Foxconn assembly to the country is immediately going to drop some of that. Immediately. So anyway,
With the online store.
Let me get it.
It's all coming together. They're down to fight now. They're coming to the market in a big way. The store opens on September 23rd. I'd like to ask the audience if they have plans of purchasing anything there.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Might still be too expensive.
I got Miller.
I'm not really sure, but this definitely opens some things up. It makes it a little bit more accessible, and certainly if you take into consideration the financing options that Apple offers, if they replicate that there via their store, you know, when you go to click to buy the phone and they're like, oh, $14 a month or whatever way they use to make the cost lower, you have to wonder if that's going to entice people who were holding back just strictly because of the price point or whatever other reasons.
Double.
Actually, it's fast, and I can't, in this lighting, I can kind of see it. Today's episode is brought to you by Built Clothing, Built Basics. These are the t-shirts. I wear them all the time. I wear them every day, in fact. I've got tons of their clothing. I love wearing basic stuff. This is high caliber. It's got a little stretch to it. You feel like you've